I want to use some of the money we're saving from ending the wars in Iraq and winding down our efforts in Afghanistan to pay down our deficit. Put people back to work all across America, rebuilding roads and bridges, airports and schools. Infrastructure, that's what I'm talking about. I'm pitching, you're catching. Governor Romney, he has a different view. He said it was tragic to end the war in Iraq. In a speech today, he doubled down on that belief. He said ending the war was a mistake. I disagree. Bringing our troops home was the right thing to do. Brave American who wears the uniform of this country should know that as long as I'm Commander-in-Chief, we will sustain the strongest military the world's ever known. And when our troops take off their uniforms, we will serve them as well as they've served us. Because nobody has fought for us and have to fight for a job or a roof over their heads when they come home. And yes, we need to cut our deficit and reduce our debt. And I love you back. But we do have to reduce our debt and our deficits. I've put forward a $4 trillion plan to get it done over the next 10 years. We've already worked with Democrats and Republicans to cut $1 trillion in spending. I am ready to do more. But we cannot just cut our way to prosperity. We cannot get this done unless we ask the wealthiest households to pay higher taxes on incomes over $250,000, the same rate we had when Bill Clinton was president. We created 23 million new jobs, went from deficit to surplus, created a whole lot of millionaires and successful small businesses as well. Governor Romney says it's fair that he pays a lower tax rate than a teacher or an auto worker who makes $50,000. Don't move. Vote. You know what? I refuse to ask middle-class families to give up their deductions for owning a home or raising their kids to pay for a tax cut we don't need. I refuse to pay for a tax cut for millionaires and billionaires by asking those students who are here today to pay more for college, or kicking kids off the Head Start, or eliminating health insurance for millions of Americans who are poor or elderly or disabled. That is not what has built this country. That is not what we believe. That is not what's going to happen. We are going to go forward, not backwards. That's why I'm running for a second term as President of the United States. So San Francisco, California, this is the choice we now face. This is what the election comes down to. Over and over, we are told by opponents that since government can't do everything, it should do almost nothing. Basic philosophy is you're on your own. If you can't afford health insurance, hope you don't get sick. Companies are releasing pollution that our kids are breathing. Well, that's just the price of progress. You can't afford to start a business or go to college, just borrow money from your parents. That's not who we are. That's not what this country is about. Here in America, we believe in individual initiative. We believe that, we can't help folks who don't want to try to help themselves. But we also believe in opportunity. We also believe we're all in this together. We also understand that America is not about what can be done for us, it's about what can be done by us. Together as one nation, as one people. That's what you all understood in 2008. That's what change was about. You, all of us, coming together. You're the reason. There's a little girl somewhere here in California who's going to get the care she needs because an insurance company can't impose some sort of lifetime limit on her coverage. You're the reason a factory worker who lost his job in Toledo or Lordstown, Ohio is back on the line, building some of the best cars in the world. You're the reason that a student right here has help paying for a college education, or a veteran can go to school on the new GI Bill. You're the reason a young immigrant immigrant who grew up here and went to school here, pledged allegiance to our flag, will no longer be deported from the only country she's ever called. You're the reason why a soldier who has served us so bravely will not be kicked out of the military because of who they love. You made that happen. You're the reason that soldier can come home to his loved ones and hear those words, welcome home. You made that happen. And so I need you in this election. The next 29 days. We cannot afford to be complacent, and we cannot afford to be cynical. We've got to look back at the progress we've made, and that should give us confidence. But we have to understand we've got a lot more to do, and if we don't do it, then change won't happen. Your voice will make a difference. And if you don't make that difference, then other people will fill the void. Lobbyists and special interests, and the folks who write the $10 million checks to try to win this race, the ones who are trying to make it harder for people to vote, the politicians in Washington who somehow think that they've got a better idea than women about women's health care choices. Those are the folks that are going to be making decisions. If you are not making those decisions, only you can make sure those things don't happen. Only you've got the power to move us forward. I will be there with you. But this is a team, people. From the day we began this campaign, I always said, the change takes time. We always said that it'd take more than one term or even one president. We said it'd take more than one party. And by the way, no, it doesn't just take me. That's not the deal. The deal is it takes all of us. That's the deal. It won't happen if you've got somebody who writes off half the nation even before he takes office. But it also won't happen if half the nation writes off itself by not participating. Or doesn't vote. You know, in 2008, 47% of the country didn't vote for me. But on the night of the election, I said to all those Americans, I may not have won your vote, but I hear your voices. I need your help. I'll be your president too. I don't know how many of you will be with me this time around, but I'll be with you. I'll be there fighting for you because I'm not fighting to create Democratic jobs or Republican jobs. I'm fighting to create American jobs. I'm not fighting to improve schools in red states or blue states. I'm fighting to improve schools in the United States. I'm not fighting for red values or white values or black values or Latino values or gay or straight values. I'm fighting for American values. They belong to all of us. San Francisco, we are not as divided as our politics would suggest. We've got more in common than our pundits believe. I still believe in you. I'm asking you to keep believing in me. I'm asking you for your vote. I'm asking you to knock on doors. I'm asking you to make phone calls. And if you do, we will win this election. We'll finish what we started, and we'll remind the world why the United States of America is the greatest nation on earth. God bless you. God bless the United States.